What's up, everyone? It's day 5 of phase 1 of the Live Hard program. I just finished my 45-minute outdoor workout, which consisted of a 35-pound ruck. Again, I did that about 2.5 miles. It's cold today. It's real windy. What's the temperature? 32. So I was layered up, so it wasn't too bad on me. I still was able to break a sweat, but it's nice to be able to walk whenever it's warm enough to just have sun beating down on you. But other than that, today was a good day so far. I woke up as usual, hydrated with Celtic sea salt and First Form essential amino acid and branched chain amino acid blend. And then I did a little over an hour on my tread climber. After I did that, I got ready for the day by taking a shower. And at the end of it, I took my 5-minute cold shower, which today was a little bit easier getting into the mindset of wanting to do it. I had a little bit of I looked forward to doing it, mostly just because after doing an hour of cardio, I'm sweating. So I'm started to use, instead of taking a regular hot shower, I started with not as hot of a shower and then did the 5 minutes of cold, but I don't think it mattered. It still sucked. But getting to where I can basically zone out of being there, it went by a lot quicker today, and I wasn't sitting there just like hitting my stopwatch, lighting my watch up to see how much longer I had left. I only did it twice and it was already time to get out. So it's getting easier. It was true that after about a week, I would say, today's day 5, so it does get easier. So if you're about to start that, then just know that it does suck at first, especially when the weather's cold outside. The water's obviously coming out of the pipes colder. So, but other than that, no problems dealing with anything else, accomplishing the tasks, following the diets, no issue. It's only day 5, still motivated, still went to the gym and did another hour on the treadmill. And then my split is push-pull legs. So I did a pull workout, which would be biceps and back today. And then I did abs at the end. That's one of the things I decided as one of my critical tasks for the day, even though I already picked 3 extras for phase 1. That's basically a 4th, or I didn't really know if I should listen to a podcast, because I don't know if I'm going to get enough out of that to count it. So, but I know doing abs every day for 30 days would provide results. So I'm just doing both just because I decided to. So you only have to do the 3 extra plus the 5, so 8 total. Still following basically the same diet, cycling my carbs, about 6 ounces to 8 ounces of protein per meal, 3 meals of that, an egg meal for breakfast, and then 1 or 2 protein shakes, depending on how much I split the scoops up, and that gets me through the day. I don't feel hungry. I had 2 months where I was off program, basically not following any diet, just really eating whatever, not overdoing it, so to speak, but like I knew how to hit my protein for the day, and then I wasn't worried about if I ate cookies later, you know what I mean? So obviously, if you saw some of my other videos with my daughter, we do cookie reviews. So we did a few of those, and then we went on a cruise. So we were eating whatever for 7 days, and then so I don't have a problem following the diet. The diet was never even really the problem with 75 hard. It was whenever I was having to work and do all my workouts, which, as you can tell, I'm still at my house, so I'm off work. Also, trying to go to work seems like a difficult task right now. Everybody's talking about February being busy, or after that even, and I'm just like, it gets annoying. My job is contract work in the oil field, so I go to the job whenever there is a job, and I work for 3 or 4 different companies that put me get work and then send people out on the jobs, and basically anytime I take off and go on a trip like I did for Christmas, it seems like I miss out on something. And then it's sometimes like the beginning of last year was 3 months I was off, and it was just like basically to the point where I just needed to go back to work, starting to get into a bind. That I don't expect that to happen this time, but I would just rather just go back to work. I've been off, it's been a month, so like really just ready to go back. So if any of you guys know any flowback work for the oil field, well testing, drill outs, message me. And I don't mind traveling. Obviously, I have to travel to all the jobs I go on, West Texas and Oklahoma. I live in North Texas, but anyways, enough with that. Doing good. I still feel fine. Otherwise, my body's getting to the point where my feet are starting to get where they're like splitting, maybe cracking, like a cut kind of, just from all the walking and stepping that I'm doing, over 15,000 steps a day, even while not having to be at work. I'm just making myself do more because I don't have that task of working. So I'm getting more out of the program. I can feel the changes still, even after 5 days. It's the same thing you can experience whenever you are doing 75 hard or take a break between phase 1 and the 75 hard program. You'll start to feel like you got off track a little bit, but you feel like you corrected yourself a lot quicker than you did whenever you weren't doing anything. But today I want to talk about it was an analogy that I heard. It was basically, if you're walking around holding walking with a cup of coffee, and somebody bumped into you, right? And you spilt it. So you got mad because you spilled coffee. Well, the only reason you spilled coffee is because you had coffee in your cup. If you had something else in your cup, like Sprite, you would have spilled Sprite. And that sense of thinking goes to where whenever whatever's inside of you spills over whenever a situation arises, right? Whatever is you're feeling that day and something happens that you have to handle, or it's a bad situation, you lash out at somebody, you're spilling over what's inside of you. So if you're walking around with hate and anger and all this frustration, that's what's going to spill out of you. If you're walking around happy and enthusiastic and ready to provide value, that's what's going to spill out of you. So you need to pay attention to what your thoughts are inside your head and the emotions that you carry with yourself. Give yourself the feeling that that grace, so to speak. You're going to feel like yelling at people some days. It's just the way it is. But you just have to know that everybody's dealing with their own things. And just because you're in a certain mental state at the time doesn't mean you need to lash out and spill what you have inside of you out onto other people. So not every day is going to be a happy day, but you don't have to make it worse by making somebody else's day worse. And that's just something I wanted to say. We're all in this together. One of the best things that we can do is help other people. That's why whenever I talk about how I made these videos now, I do them. I'm not making money off them, obviously. I don't have enough subscribers yet, but I'm offering value. So maybe somebody that sees this changes their mindset or wants to try 75 hard. And if you don't know about 75 hard, which you probably do because you're watching this, but if you're thinking about starting it and you haven't completely decided, I would say pick a book and a diet and start tomorrow. And you can learn all about it on episode 208 on the Real AF podcast with Andy Frisella. Basically, you'll change your life in 75 days. That's not even an exaggeration. If you do the program exactly how it's supposed to be done, there's no way that you can't be physically different and 100 times mentally different than your physical change. You feel yourself changing throughout the program. You get to where you prioritize your time better because you see how much time you're wasting doing all the things that doing all the things that you know you need to be doing. And whenever you start correcting that, and even though it's just these 5 tasks on 75 hard, the workout, the 2 workouts, the gallon, the progress picture, the reading, the diet, everything that entails, that may not necessarily enhance or change everything in your life, but what it's going to do by making you do it each day without compromise is in turn build your mind into doing the things that are going to progress you in your life, like whatever it is, making more phone calls of your business, making more sales, learning how to do different things just to make more money. You're going to stop putting off doing things that you don't need to do. That's the point of what the program is. It's not necessarily to get you to do 2 workouts a day. You don't have to go the rest of your life doing 2 workouts a day. It's the point of just building that discipline and stop putting off doing things and stop wasting the time. You have to dedicate all of your day to being better and progressing towards your goal. Because if you're not, and you're sitting there looking at your phone all day, all you're doing is building up anxiety in yourself and putting yourself in a wasting your time. You're putting yourself backwards, and that's not where any of us want to go. If you're watching anything like this, you don't want to go backwards. So that's all I got for today. I'll be back tomorrow for day 6. Peace.